What's up, guys? Check it out. This is just a quick little introduction. If you don't watch this video all the way, that's fine, but I kind of need your help. If you get bored with the video, at least skip to the end. And I know that fucks up the YouTube algorithm, but I don't care. Skip to the end of it and kind of hear me out at the end, because I'm looking for advice. So if you don't mind, and you don't mind helping me, helping us, really, because what I say at the end is kind of really truly for us, not just me, for us. I'm already doing it. But yeah, if you don't mind doing that for me, I'd really appreciate it. And leave a comment below. Hit me in my email. I know a lot of you guys do. And you know, give me some direction if you don't mind, because I really do get pleasure out of helping the team. You feel me? So do what you can do for me, please. See what you can do for me, please. What is up, guys? Dave Mo Flips. Hey, listen, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about the giveaway. If we hit 1,000 subscribers by September 1st, it's coming up. It's about 2.5 months away. When you give away the car flipper kit. If we hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm giving away my car. Title, keys, see ya. Anyway, guys, so the last video I just got done shooting it. It was the in and outs of what it takes to be a dealer rep or a authorized agent for a dealership. I get asked this question a lot. How much money should I get started with? I'm not gonna bullshit you, straight up and down. I think if you got started with less than $5,000, $5,000, you're really cutting it close. And hear me out for a second. I think 10 grand is the magic number. All right. I personally think $10,000 is the magic number. But let's just work with $5,000. Okay. You put $5,000 into your LLC. It's in your LLC's bank account now. You drew up paperwork where your LLC has to pay you back personally, because it's a loan to your LLC. So now, technically speaking, you have a loan. Granted, it's to yourself and it won't affect your credit, but you do want to handle it like it's legit, like you took out that loan from a bank, okay? With that being said, so you got the $5,000. Let's just say you're going to give yourself 2 years to pay it back. You know, you're going to pay $200 a month, all right, or $250 a month to yourself. You know, that's a little bit too, I think that might be a little bit too in-depth right now. Now, let's go with it, man, because I'm going to give it to you real. I have a loan to myself that I took out, and I will get into that at another video, and I make a $1,500 loan payment to myself from my dealership, all right? With that being said, we'll get to what I took out. And it wasn't a 2-year thing either, because I'm huge on knocking debt down. I believe in that 100%. Again, sorry, ADHD, whoop, squirrel. So you got $5,000. $250 a month, let's just say, is going to go to paying you back over 2 years, hypothetically speaking, okay? You're going to make a little bit of interest, whatever. Let's just say it costs $1,000 to get started. So it's month one. You still got the $5,000. You already found the dealer you're going to work with. They want $1,000 up front, which includes your first month. And really, it shouldn't even be that much. Let's just say you had a deal similar to me. It would be $700, which includes your first month and a security deposit, just like you're renting an apartment, okay? So now you're down to $4,300, right? So a few ways you could play this. We could go balls to the wall and spend it all on one car and hope and pray that it sells. We can be super conservative and try to buy 4 cars for under $1,000 a pop. Okay. My suggestion to you, you got $4,300 left in your bank, is to do this. 1 week, go out, watch the auctions, understand the auctions, okay? Talk to your dealer that you're going to sign up with. Ask them, hey, listen, can I have dealer auction access for 1 week? Like if I pay you, say it's the 1st, okay? If I pay you on the 1st, can my payment date become the 7th or the 10th? That first 7 or 10 days, I will not buy anything. I want to use that time to learn the auction. You know you got yourself a good dealer if they're like, yes, you can watch auctions, you can have auction login, but you cannot purchase anything. Now it's a handshake because once they give you auction access, you can purchase whatever you want. But now if I'm a dealer and I tell you, okay, you have 10 days to learn, that doesn't mean you go out and buy. Because if you buy within those 10 days, I'm billing you from the 1st. You fucked me. I don't care how good of a deal you thought it was. You said you wanted 10 days to learn it, learn it. So let's just say you took a week, you're learning the auction. Finally, your day comes along. My suggestion is to try to buy a car the first week that you're able to purchase a car for under $2,000. Make it a green light car. Try to go to a place like CarMax. Try to go to a place like ACV. Don't go like Manheim. And I'm not bashing Manheim. I love Manheim. You have to pay for their green light. So as a dealer, you could run a car through Manheim with a blown motor and say it's green light and hope that the buyer is like, oh, well, why would they green light something that they know they would get back? I'm not going to pay for the green light. Understand something. You're working with a whole different type of mindset when you're working with car dealers. And salespeople, generally speaking, you're working with a different mindset. But back to it. What does it take? I'm going to say $5,000 minimum. Let's just say you get lucky and you find a car for $1,700. It's good. Everything's good. It needs AC. Boom. You get your mechanic. You put in your AC. Okay, with everything, you're in it for about $2,100, and it's ready for sale. You got your first line in the water, okay? You're still sitting on about $2,200. You're less than 7 days in out of your, let's just say 28, all right? For argument's sake, 4 weeks times 7. We all know it's 30, 31, but let's just go with 28, all right? Let's go with 30, fuck it. So you still have 23 days, okay? You got your car. You got your car out there. You're kind of seeing what's going on with it. Week 2 comes around. And you're still watching. You know, you don't want to spend over $2,000 because you don't want to have not enough to pay at least your monthly, right? So your monthly is $350. So you always want to have at least that in the account, but you also need to pay yourself. So you want to have at least that amount in the account. You also need money in that account in case something goes wrong. If the alternator goes bad, if it needs a tire all of a sudden, whatever. All right, so week 2 comes along, you still have the first car. Now you're dialing it down a little bit, all right? Now you're looking for a car that you could probably score for under 15. Still green light. It's getting harder. But you nail one. You nail it for 12. Now you have 2 cars out there, all right? So you had, what did you have? You had, what did we say, 23? No. We said you have 22. You just spent 12 of that 22. You got a G note left, okay? So you have $350 to the dealer coming up, and then you still have the $250 to pay yourself, okay? So you're at $600, which leaves you with a $400 piece of change if anything goes wrong. But you got 2 green light cars out there, and you're getting used to it. You know the number you want to hit. You want to make $500 a car. You want to make $1,000 a car. You want to make $1,500 a car. All right, and that's it. You know, if you had $10,000. If you had $10,000 to start with, then I would say, okay, you know, I would apply the same rules with just more cars. So I would probably go with, 4 cars. With a $10,000 startup kit, you got $9,300 after you pay your dues, your $700, right? $350 plus your security. And I would just buy 4 cars under $2,000. 4 cars under $2,000 green light, all right? And it's not a rush. You're not in a rush because you're only paying $350, so you'll make it no matter what, okay? But let's just say your first month you got your 4 cars and you only sell 2 of them. But out of those 2, you made $1,000 a car, all right? So your company is now in the positive $2,000. So you have your $10,000 investment, which is short $700. So your $9,300 are in the bank, plus the $2,000 you just made, you're at $11,300. So you're in the positive $1,300 because of your monthlies and the security. Anything over 10 grand, the rules will probably stay the same. The problem with anything over $10,000 in the beginning is there's a good possibility that you'll end up like me, where I'm going to do a video and I'm going to show you guys the truth. The truth. I'm going to show you what dealers don't want to show you. I'm going to show you what doesn't sell, all right? True story. I don't know how many of my videos you've watched, but go back. The first, one of the first vehicles I had purchased on this channel was probably back in December, and it was a 2009 red Eddie Bauer Explorer. 150 on the clock. It had a dent in the back door. I'm going to go over everything with you guys with that one. But anyway, I still have it. It's June, I think, 15th or 16th. I still have it. 6 months later, I still have this car. It is a beautiful little SUV. It doesn't have third row, but you get in it, start it, drive it. I drove it from Melbourne, which is probably about 2.5 hours. The thing is reliable. I just can't sell it. And every other one on the market is going in my area for like $5 grand. And I'm only trying to get 39 for it. I don't understand it. So, you know, I have another one, the Hyundai Tiburon. It hasn't sold yet. You know, and then if you watch my other videos, there's some that I knock out of the park in like no time whatsoever. So understand that just because you buy a car and you're so underpriced, it doesn't mean it's going to sell. That's why I stress to you, it's really important to keep that money in the bank so you can pay your monthly. You know what I mean? You wouldn't spend your mortgage money, right? Why would you spend your monthly? You don't want to lose the license because then you lose the money. So I think for me, the key number is about 10 grand. Can you do it with 5? Yes. I mean, really and truly, I really truly, the first time I went out and got a car, I got started with about $2,000. I think I was extremely lucky. I paid my dues, and I picked up a 01 Volvo S60 green. And I put it on eBay, and someone from Kansas, right? Kansas, that bitch Dorothy? Yeah, Kansas. They came down and they bought it. I don't know. I guess maybe they don't have them out there. I don't know. And I made good money on it. And you know, I was able to keep going. Another guy I know, he got started with even less than that. And he bought like a 99 Ford Explorer. $500, and he turned that into $1,700. I hit the ground running. I know guys that have started with $20,000 now. And they're, in the beginning, they were buying shitty cars and they almost lost everything. It took them almost 6 months to gain the knowledge and to gain that money that they had put out there back. Because if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean? You want to hook up with someone that's willing to teach you, watch videos like this. I'll do more videos on what to look for at the auctions and stuff like that to help you guys out. And if you guys have anything that can help us out, like, for real, man, put it in the comments. Like what do you look for when you're looking at auction cars? You know what I mean? Like, what do you look for? Even when you look at on Craigslist, what are you looking for? You know, aside from the amount of money you can make. You know, I got a few tips I'll put out there for you guys. In closing, I wouldn't do it with less than $5 grand. I wouldn't do it with more than 10. I think between 5 and 10, you're going to learn discipline. All right? Anything over that, you're more likely, like myself, to lack the discipline it takes. If I started with $5,000 and I still had that Ford sitting outside, I hate to say this, I don't want to admit this, and this is something that we all got to come to terms with, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate on this. For me personally, if I have $2,500 tied up in a car, like I do now for 6 months, but let's just say I had it tied up for 3 months, that $2,500 is now costing me money. So if someone said, hey, I got $2 grand, I'll pay $2 grand plus fees, I might take a $500 loss just to get my 2 grand back and put it back in the street and start making money off of that again. You know, because I know once I put 2 grand in the street, unless I buy another Ford Explorer and fuck up again, I'm gonna get, you know, more than 500 back. So let's just say I take that 2 grand, I put it in the street, and I sell that vehicle for 3. It's $1,000 profit, but I lost 500 on the last one, so I really just profited 500, and my business is now up 500, as opposed to just letting money linger. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, guys. So I'm sorry, it was wordy. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more videos like this, a lot more one-on-ones, if you will, and that's that. So that part of the video is over. If you've watched it this far, I know you're a real one, and I value everyone's opinion. But if you're listening to me now and you're hearing this question, I have a question for you. There's a few other things I'm involved with, very, very low end, nothing, you know, real estate, nothing like that. I started this channel with cars in mind. But as I'm doing these videos and I'm doing things, I'm holding back from you guys. I'm a big believer in becoming debt free. I pay a lot of my bills early, with a lot more money than the minimum. I'm also a big believer in using credit to make money. I know how to write the letters to the credit unions, to the credit bureau, to get money out. I know how to use secured loans to pay down debt. There's a lot of things I've learned in my life, and I want to share it with you guys. And I think, you know, right now I have 185 subscribers. I don't think it would hurt the channel to do that. And also there's other things that I do too. Like there's 5 other businesses that I'm either involved with on some sort of level, and they're not making money. It's not like that, because right now I'm just so focused on the cars, but there's other things that I do for what I call chump change, but it's not chump change. It's not, you know, if I have a business and I put something and I make $200-300, with that $200 or $300, I put that to my bills. Is it, you know, a business in the sense that you're thinking you're making thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever you need? No, it's not. But to me, enough dollars, you know, it just starts to make sense. Like if you have money coming from everywhere, you grow everything, eventually it'll grow. It helps, is what I'm trying to say. Let me know if you guys want to see more of that type of stuff, because genuinely, that's where my heart is. I love selling cars. I love being a part of cars. But more than cars, I like helping people. And I feel like one of my gifts is finance. I don't have a degree at all, but I just understand money, and I understand to a certain degree. You know, I'm sure Dave Ramsey would be like, fuck this. Not fuck, I guess he doesn't say that, right? He's a good guy. You know, I don't believe in I'm not taking shots. I just think guys like Dave Ramsey, they're out of touch, you know. And I was talking to Vic. I think it was Vic. I was talking to you, I think. And, you know, I was like, you know, he wants you to pay for your house in cash. You know, most people make between 30 and 70,000 a year. Let's just say you make 70 a year and you want to buy a $300,000 house, or you know, it'll take you 4 or 5 years to save up enough money if you made 70 grand take home and didn't have bills. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think if you're in that situation, that's great. But really and truly, most Americans are not. Most people are not. I sure as shit know I'm not. I do have a house. Guess what, guys? I have a mortgage, okay? I used my credit to get myself a house because I got tired of paying someone else's mortgage, okay? Do I think that's bad? No. Now that I have it and I've obtained it, now I'm trying to pay it down as quickly as possible. That makes sense to me. This other notion of for our kids, don't take out student loans, pay for school in cash. I'll be damned if I tell either one of my kids, I want you to take a 4-year break or a 3-year break, whatever it takes, to save up enough money to go to school. No, that is not how I'm doing it. Maybe because, you know, some people make millions of dollars and they could help and stuff like that. But for my kids, I'm going to help them as much as I can. God willing, I'm in a great position just to pay for it for them to a certain degree. But my kids are also growing up understanding money. But with that being said, if I don't understand that my son and my daughter, they will go to college. And I'm not taking shots at people that do liberal arts. I just don't feel like spending money to go to school is smart. Let me rephrase that. To go to school for something to find yourself, right? Like you have this whole, I'm going to find myself. I want to do liberal art. But that doesn't help you. I want them to go to school for something. A nurse, for nursing. You know, if my daughter comes to me or my son's like, hey, I want to be a nurse. Great. That is a $70,000 a year plus career. Yes, let's take out $15,000 to $20,000 in student loans to get you started. By the time you are 21 years old, right out of high school, 21 years old, you have a bachelor's degree making 70 grand a year. All that knowledge that I just gave you about money, now you're going to aggressively pay down that loan, that student loan. We're not going to go out and buy brand new cars. We're not going to go out and buy watches. We're not going to go get an apartment on the water. We are going to stay humble. We are going to live within our means. Once we pay that off, now we can consider getting a home mortgage. Now we can get to see how much we've saved. Now we put down a big chunk of change. Guys, I'm sorry. If you watched it this far, let me know if you want more of that, man. Because that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is me and you getting debt free, me and you using our credit to make money, you and I making a better world for our kids by teaching them about money. What the school system doesn't. It's almost like, fuck, man, because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give it to you. Why are we not teaching our kids about money in school? Why are we not? Like, why does it, to someone like myself, look like we want to set up our kids for failure? We want to keep them financially stupid. We want to make these kids not understand. We want to show our kids it's cooler to have a pair of Jordans than it is to have $150 in the bank. We want to show our kids, hey, it's cooler to go have a fucking belt for $500 from Louis Vuitton than it is to take that $500 and invest in something and make money off of that money. There is a time and place for those things, but when you don't have everything squared up, ready to go, now is not the time nor the place. I wear polo shirts. Yo, I know it's Polo Dave. I know what you're saying. Listen to me. I'm in a spot where I can. I'm a fat fuck. I just like the way they fit. They could be Hanes for all I care. I like the cut. I like how they fit. But you will not see me with Louis Vuitton. You will not see me with Gucci, Prada, any of that. You know why? Because my Adidas bag works just as well, and I got that jump off from fucking TJ Maxx for $12.99, and it's a duffel bag. I've had it for 5 years. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? I wear Nikes. You know, I wear Air Force Ones and Air Maxes. That's what I wear. New Balance when I'm at work. I have no desire to live up to other people's expectations in regards to what they're judging me on. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's what I teach my kids. Like, you keeping up with the Joneses don't mean shit. Fuck the Joneses. I want the Joneses to turn around one day and be like, fuck, I got a Benz in the car, in the garage I spent $1,500 a month on. They got a this or that, and it's paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work to pay bills. I don't want to do that. I don't want to become a slave to the money. I want the money to work for me. Anyways, guys, I took enough time. This shit, I'm so sorry I rant. If you watched it this far, yo, much love. For real, straight up and down. If you watched it this far, I appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know if you want to hear more about this stuff, more dedicated videos to this. The cars ain't going nowhere, just more dedicated videos to this. How to actually do what you see other YouTubers do, but from a real street dude, like from a real person, like a real 9-to-5 motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like with a family of 4. That includes me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the breadwinner in the house. Like my girl doesn't work. She stays home with the kids. So everything we have, you know, when it comes to financially speaking, money-wise, is because of my career and what I do on the side. But and it's not taking anything away from her. God, this is not shots fired. The love comes from us. You feel me? So Sometimes I say shit and I feel like I sound like a dick, and I really don't mean to be a dick. But let me know if you want more of this, man. I would love to make more videos fine-tuning the financing, showing you guys the finance, showing you guys, why it's good to do this and not good to do that. My opinion. Do what works best for you. Guys, have a blessed one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, take care of each other, all right? We out of here.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.